But in Atlanta, they're making a quarterback change. And we wondered how it was going to go. Is Kirk Cousins going to go the Daniel Jones route where he's going to ask for his release, even though they're paying him $130 million guaranteed over a 2-year period, allegedly, with the dead cap and his salary and everything like that? Listen to Michael Penix talk about Kirk Cousins and what he means to him, and then think to yourself, wow, they handled this all perfectly in that quarterback room.
A lot, like Kirk, just the way he processed, the way he speaks to the team, in meetings, on the field, just the command he has, to the offense, getting things the way that he wanted so that, he could play fast. And, it's just the things he said in the huddle, I was in the huddle today and walked through and just remember some of the stuff he did and just saying it the way he said it, because I look up to Kirk, and Kirk, to be honest, Kirk couldn't do no wrong in my eyes. So it was dang, when I saw him in camp, leading all the way up through the season, it's he's special. He's doing that at this age, and he did a great job. And I'm talking about getting through his progressions, making a pass to the fifth read. Our fifth read, you don't see that a lot. Scoring touchdowns and doing stuff like that. It's dang, how is he processing the game so quickly to get to that fifth read, to make that play? You're just trying to learn stuff like that, and just seeing how he cancel out certain routes and stuff like that based on coverages. I feel like I learned a lot of that, and I'm ready to showcase it. So.
I love that. That's the way he handled that question. I also love that this tells me, and I know Michael Penix, good dude. Right? Everybody in Washington loved him. Indiana loved him. Everybody that's ever played or met him loves him as a leader and everything like that. But I assume that whenever he was drafted number 8 overall, they said, hey, you're going to the Kirk Cousins NFL quarterback university. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everything he does, watch. I think you were the one that said, if you find a vet at your position, be in his back pocket. Just follow him around and see why that person has been in the NFL for that long. Even if they don't play the same style you do, see what they do that has made them play this long in the NFL. I was very lucky to do it with Adam Vinatieri. I was very lucky to see how he operated, how he handled his body, how he talked to people, how he handled situations, how he handled the ebbs and flows of a season, wins, losses, all those things. So whenever we talk about young quarterbacks being behind a vet, it's not just on the field if they're better than them. It's also like an ability to learn how to be a professional ball player. How do you be a franchise quarterback? Which is why, once again, Anthony Richardson getting a chance to watch Joe Flacco, we thought could have been a nice benefit. I've always said that I wish Andrew Luck had a chance to watch Peyton Manning for 1 year. If Andrew Luck could have watched Peyton Manning for 1 year. Not that Andrew Luck wasn't ready to play quarterback his rookie year. Not that Andrew Luck wasn't phenomenal on the football field. Not that Andrew Luck wasn't a good leader. He was certainly that. But if he could have watched Peyton Manning, the way he talks in the huddle, the way he talks to his team, the way he talks to coaches, the way he talks to general managers, the way he talks to the equipment staff, the way he operates behind the scenes, how he has hangout and gatherings with the wide receivers and offensive line, making sure everybody feels like they're a part of it, almost being like a politician in the locker room while also saying, I don't like this play. I would rather run this play. That's the difference between college ball and professional. And you see what Patrick Mahomes got to do with Alex Smith. You see what Aaron Rodgers got to do with Brett Favre. You're seeing what Jordan Love got to do with Aaron Rodgers. You saw what Tom Brady got to do with Drew Bledsoe. Whenever you get to watch a vet operate, it's not just about on the field. I think it's off the field. And I love that Penix took that all in. And, everybody's questioning Atlanta when they made the draft pick. And certainly because they made the draft pick, they had to make this move. Off a $180 million quarterback, but it feels like it was handled in a proper way for a quarterback to mature and become a professional quarterback. I loved what Penix just said there, Coach.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, that's Raheem Morris. Credit to him and the culture that he's built down there in Atlanta at this point. Obviously, it was. We've seen so many players. It just blows me away how many guys came through our building, and we had those conversations early on. Just to your point about, hey, find a dude. And we'd say, you're in the linebacker room, you're in the DB room, let's go in the DB room. Darius Butler, okay, I'm going to implore you to say, okay, just do exactly what he does on the day-to-day. Get a calendar out and ask him, okay, what time do you get up? Time do you go to bed? What do you do in between? How much tape, body, treatment, rehab, everything. And I'm blown away how many guys, because this is going to help you, all right? We've got guys that are college free agents that have been in the league for 10 and 12 years that weren't drafted because they followed this model. And they found a dude and they figured it out. And I can give you a laundry list of dudes that we told that do that, and they don't listen.
Yeah, because they have too much pride because they're better than that person.
All the pride, all the entitlement. Yeah, I got this. I got this. I remember we used to try to go get Johnny Newsom. Could have been unbelievable. You remember him, right?
I remember Johnny. Yeah, love Johnny.
Ball State kid, right?
Stud.
Right? Stud. Hey, DeQuell, we're watching film after practice, right? He's in the locker room, okay? Go get him. Tries to get him. He won't come. He's got to get a shower first, whatever, right? John Newsom could have played 10, 12 years, cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't listen.
Yeah.
But this is phenomenal. Raheem and his plan, they didn't want to play this kid. But out of necessity and everything else, they're sitting there at 7-7. They're a game back. They've got the tiebreaker on the Bucks, right? They beat them twice already, Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So Kirk's struggling like heck. Who knows why? I mean, 16 interceptions. He's had a pot full of fumbles already. He just doesn't look the same. So,
and to what's your point, even bringing up Johnny Newsom, because I've kept up with Johnny Newsom, I think whenever he gets exited from the NFL because of everything you're saying, I think he locks in. He goes up to Canada and has a great career, which is why we reiterate to all these young guys, hey, don't change when it's already. I think that's why I was so adamant about the Anthony Richardson stuff this season, because it's hey, bub, you have an opportunity. And I wasn't the only one. DeForest Buckner actually came out and he said whenever Anthony Richardson got benched, he went over and talked to him. DeForest Buckner, obviously former first rounder, he doesn't have the pressure of being a franchise quarterback, he said, so I can't relate to him there, but I can relate to him about the high expectations. And then he laid out to him about, hey, not everything off the field is being met. This is what you need to do. And he said Anthony Richardson has bought in completely. He didn't take any negativity from it, and he's kind of did it. But that's what happens whenever you get benched, and there's a little bit of perspective. Not everybody gets that opportunity. Some guys just get cut.
Yeah.
And then it's over. And then it's I wish I would have done that early. So hearing Penix do that is wonderful.